You can say lots of nasty things about me. As an elected official, I'm supposed to take it, and that is your right. But you cross the line when you intentionally say malicious things, outright lies that defame. That's what a Kootenai County Republican Central Committee member has been charged with doing to Community Library Network trustees Judy Meyer and Regina McCree. The lawsuit filed in district court alleges that KCRCC precinctman Janice Camarena and others published defamatory statements against Community Library Network trustees Meyer and McCree, harming their reputations. This is the letter sent. It's on KCRCC official letterhead, so Brent can't argue his way out of this one. This part here is a lie. These books are so explicit that if you were to give them to a child, you would be committing a crime. But this part here is the malicious one. The two incumbents have knowingly allowed graphic books with text and pictures describing every imaginable sex act to be purchased and displayed to children. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not only a falsehood, approved by the Republican Central Committee, it is malicious and evil. In the complaint filed, it states that these and other statements are false and misleading and not protected by any right or immunity recognized by law, which, of course, makes sense. The complaint goes on to state that Trustee McCree contacted Miss Camarena to notify her of the false statements and to disseminate a retraction. According to the complaint, KCRCC member Camarena bluntly refused. Here's the truly stupid part, and the part you would expect if you know anything about the composition of Brent Regan's Republican Central Committee. Precinctman Janice Camarena doesn't even live in the Community Library Network District. She represents Precinct 404 right by Lake City High School in Coeur d'Alene. As a resident here, she cannot vote in the CLN election. Still, Janice obediently sent out dozens, if not hundreds, of copies of this letter to Republicans in her precinct, other people who cannot vote in the CNL trustee election. Isn't that smart? Remember, Janice is part of the rating and vetting process that orders faithful members of the GOP to vote candidates in that all goose step in sync with the dear leader. I wonder whether other people in the county got a similar letter. It's typical of KCRCC members to share and customize campaign material like this. And if true, who at KCRCC is responsible for generating the malicious content? Is this how desperate they are to enact their book bans and government censorship and to control what you can and cannot read in a library? Eventually, the courts will determine whether Miss Camarena and potentially others are guilty. Sadly, this process will take months and conclude long after the May 16th election is over, which is often the strategy behind such last-minute, vicious political attack pieces. Let's hope this isn't the first in the string of lawsuits clouding the Community Library Network, especially if we're unfortunate enough to have the KCRCC book-burning gangsters win on Tuesday.